I repeat them again. Any people where they born very well, where they born here, me are they here, where they born here, make it comfortable.
Because money should get because
TuneIn channel, AMADI.
Okay, I'm at
Sat at this particular polling booth for 6 hours before I could cast my vote at the last government.
Hold on, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for being here. This is my polling booth, polling unit here in Sofia. And like I said, history is about repeating itself, albeit on a much better, as it were. Here on the 6th of November 2021, I sat here for 6 hours before I could cast my vote in the last governorship election. That is the election that brought me to office. Put it that way. In terms of commencement of this exercise, I got reports from all around the state, some good, some bad, some not so well, in terms of the commencement. But as of this time, I think in most parts of the state, the voting has started. Here, it just started a few minutes ago. But what I understand, relative to 2021, the beaver seems to be going much faster than 2021. That is one big plus, one good news. Second is that there was threat that there will be no election. But so far, it's been peaceful and orderly everywhere. Anambra is peaceful, Anambra is secured, and the sit-at-home thing, you can see the crowd here, despite the late commencement. And this is the same way all over the state. That's the report I get.
So, it was from calm to chaos. Earlier today on EstiQ Media website, while we were traversing through various units across Lagos State, it started as a very calm procedure. You already know how apprehensive and excited Nigerians were looking up towards this election, despite the challenges that the country was currently experiencing. The challenge is concerning the cash swap policy and the Naira redesign that affected a lot of Nigerians. That led to inflation, increase in food prices. Still, Lagosians, Nigerians trudged. The hope is that the elections will be one momentous event that will let them choose the leader for themselves, that will lead them in a direction that would decide, form the kind of future in the next 4 years. Something that started very calm became something else. In Lagos State, there are reports of fracas in some polling units. Aguda Surulere, for example, is where one of such scenarios first of all occurred. The next is, of course, across other states. One actually happened at Ikate along Lekki axis there, where some thugs or hoodlums disrupted the voting process, destroyed the ballot boxes, created mayhem, and dispersed residents who came to cast their votes. It means that particular polling unit that experienced such an upsurge will definitely not be counted. It means that these thugs deliberately set up these chaos so such polling units would not be counted as active, or rather the INEC officials wouldn't consider the count of such voters in most of those polling units. It is quite an unfortunate event that Nigeria as of now, especially in this our democratic dispensation, we're experiencing scenarios such as this. It is disheartening to experience these kind of culmination, especially with how far we say or we seem to have gotten. The bimodal voter registration system was something that was meant to create an avenue to improve and trust the process of our democratic system. But with these kind of reports that we're getting at this particular point in time, it is disheartening. We do not know what post-election is going to be like. We do not know how the collation is going to be. If we're beginning to experience this upsurge in most polling units, God knows what will happen when the results are coming in or when counts begin to come up and some political parties are not getting the desired results they anticipated they would get. We do hope that Nigeria would do right and do well in this dispensation.